gonna show you how to cancel out the muffling on your steam locomotive tenders. If you guys already know, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know when you like blow the whistle or a crew talk, it vibrates the tender and it just has a muffle sound to it. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. What you're going to need is you're going to need some electrical tape, a pair of scissors, and then a screwdriver that will be big enough for the screws on the tender. So I've already started out here a little bit. I've already unscrewed the tender, and I've already cut the strips that I need for the electrical tape here. So you can tell here, if you can't, there's a little spongy material that goes around the engine. That's just for the upper hub. It prevents the upper part from vibrating, but the problem is that when it vibrates on the side of the tender. So, you know, it's just like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of electrical tape. I've already cut mine out because I was interrupted earlier for this video. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take the tape and lay it on the side. Don't make sure it doesn't overhang too much, because if it overhangs too much you're going to see it when you put the tender shell back on. I didn't cut that long enough, so make sure that's nice and down good. So what you're going to do, you're going to have to put down two layers, which I recommend because it cancels out the vibrating better. And you just need to put just a little. Oh, that one's too long, so apparently I didn't cut it out just right. So I'm going to cut a little bit off here. Push that down. And, you know, okay, since I got that side done, nice and flat. Okay, so now since you have this all this pieces up here, what you're going to do is you're going to get your scissors, and you're just going to cut around the obstacles here. So tape it here. It also puts a little bit more on the spongy material I have here, and it softens it even more. So just cut and then fold it down. Cut, fold it down. Cut again. Same here. Cut a little bit here. Fold it down. Since the tape covered up a hole right here, you're just gonna have to poke that out when you put the screws before you put the screws in. So I got that side done, and then I'm going to move on to the other side. And if you guys hear any noises downstairs, just please ignore them. They're just a bunch of retards. Nobody listens. So I got that one down. Okay, I'm going to get this another set because I only cut 3 pieces. Take that down. Okay. If the tape for some reason does not stick, make it stick. Find something else to make it stick. This, you may think that it will leave a residue around the sides when you take the tape off. If you leave it on there like for a few years, I don't know, like 5-6 years, it might leave a residue, but it's easy to get off the sticky stuff with just some Goo Gone. But this actually helps quite a bit. I've done this to all my steam locomotives on the EM. When I like to have the volume up all the way, because you can hear more sounds. And even if I turn the volume down, it still muffles when I blow the whistle. So I put 2 layers of tape around it, and it doesn't do that anymore, which is nice. And then my Norfolk Western 746J had the same problem, because it's all die-cast metal and it was really heavy. It caused it to vibrate. So I just put some tape around that too. Now it's really nice. Nice and quiet. So, okay. If you guys can see, these are the speakers to the Allegheny's sound system. Very big speakers. They're fat boys. Okay, since I got that side down, 2 layers, cut it. You're going to take just a little more precaution here. You're going to take it over here and lay that across there on the Allegheny for me, because I know where it vibrates. Cut that. Make sure it doesn't fold down. I just put this little piece here. Then you get some more, and then do it in the back. And the back didn't turn out too well. Oh well. Okay. So, another trick that I just want to try out here, see if this works better too, is when you do it, when it vibrates, it usually vibrates right here in the middle of the truck, right on the middle of the frame actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a small third layer right there in the middle, just about that big, right in the middle. Push it out. This keeps it. This stuff pushes the shell just a little bit away from it, and it insulates it a little bit, even though because it's plastic and electrical tape is pretty much plastic, and it keeps it from vibrating. So I'm going to put a little bit on this side too. Little bug. Put just a tad right here. Fold it over. Okay. So there you go. I'm not sure if this works on diesels. I don't know how that works yet, but this works good because it's black tape on black paint. And if it does show up, you can just trim it off, which it doesn't show up at all because of the overhang on the tender. So I'm going to put that little bag back on. Put that back in here. So I'm going to put the shell back on here. Very careful when you do these things. You don't want to scratch anything. And if you end up scratching something, you use how-to tip number, I think number 2, scratches. And it does work. So plug that in. Lights and sounds. Plug those in, you know. And then it's going to be snug when you put it down at first, as you can tell. See how it's been going on just straight? You're going to have to push it down just a little bit. Carefully push it down because it's a little thicker now. But you have to be careful not to break anything. So now I'm going to push. Didn't do anything. Okay. I don't know why it's not doing it on this one now. You may think that I'm having problems right now, but I'm not. I didn't push the tape down all the way. So now I can't get the tender on. Oh, see what happens when you're not careful? I accidentally broke a piece. You'll have to fix that. Shit. Okay, so I haven't had a hard time putting this back on right this very second. I'm running out of time here. I can get this on, okay? You may think that I'm not, and I have to go now. So bye. Okay, so I'm gonna leave here in a second. So I got the tender back on real quick. If you have any more questions, if you need help, any troubleshooting here, just write me up a comment. If you have any questions about the tip, please ask. I'm on YouTube just about every day this summer because I have nothing else to do. So I gotta go. Big Steam 5344 here with how-to tip number 3, muffling sounds. Okay. If you guys have any other questions on other little tips that I have, just please ask. I'll see you next time.